Hello, dear students. I hope you all are fine. Welcome to Geography class, Bridge Course, session 19. And today's topic, agriculture. The word agriculture is derived from Latin words. This is agere. Latin word is what is there here? Agere. Agere, or another word is there here, agri. Okay, see here only is there agri. So this is the Latin word. So agri means what here, students? Agri means, see here, soil. Agri means what? Agri means soil. And here, see here, next one, culture. Culture means what here? Cultivation. Okay, agri means soil and culture means what? Cultivation. So this is the agriculture. So today I am explaining about this topic, agriculture. So here let us start. Introduction. Transformation from a plant to finished product involves economic activities. Economic activities can be briefly classified into, see, that is first one, primary, secondary, tertiary. See, economic activity can be briefly classified into in three categories. So first one what? Primary. Second one, secondary, and third one, tertiary. See here. So first I am explaining about here agriculture. What is agriculture? See here, it is a primary activity which includes growing crops, fruits, vegetables, flowers, and rearing livestock. See here, agriculture is primary activity. You know that some economic activities primary, secondary, and tertiary. In that economic activity, agriculture is here primary activity. So it which includes here what? It's growing crops, fruits, vegetables, flowers, and rearing livestock. What is primary activity? Are there any other form of activities too? Okay, primary activities. See here, extraction of production. So there are three forms are there in activities. Okay, so first one here, primary activity. So primary activity means what? Extraction or production of natural resources. See here, primary activity, actually see here, it includes all those connected with extraction and production of natural resources. Here agriculture, fishing, and gathering are good examples of primary activity. So next one, see here, secondary activity. So secondary activities are connected with the processing of these resources. Manufacturing of steel, baking of bread, and weaving of cloth are example of this activity. Next, see here, tertiary activity. Tertiary activities are provide support to the primary and secondary sectors through services. Transport, trade, banking, insurance, and advertising are examples of tertiary activities. So these are the three economic activities. So next one, see here, agriculture. Agriculture is a primary activity. It includes growing crops, fruits, vegetables, flowers, and rearing of livestock. Okay, you know that. In the world, 50% of persons are engaged in the agriculture activity, and 2/3 of India's population is still dependent on agriculture. Okay, and see here, favorable soil, means of a soil and climate are vital for agriculture. Means it is a favorable of topography of soil and climate. So these are the vital of for agriculture activity. The land on which our crops are grown is known as arable land. The land on which the crops are grown is known as arable land. Okay, see here. So this is the farm system. So farming can be looked here. So some agriculture or farming can be seen in the picture. The important inputs are seeds, fertilizers, machinery and labor. Okay, so what are there here? See here, inputs are seeds here, fertilizers, machinery and labors. Okay, and operations: sowing, plowing, weeding, irrigation and harvesting. And next one, see here, output. So output is there here: crops, wool, poultry, dairy, etc. So this is the farm system. So next one, types of farming. So farming is practiced in various ways across the world depending upon the geographical conditions, demand of produce, labor and level of technology. Farming can be classified into two main types. So one is subsistence farming and second is commercial farming. See here, subsistence farming, it is the type of farming is practiced to meet the needs of the farmer's family. So actually see here, traditionally that low levels of technology and household labors are used to produce on small output. Okay, and subsistence farming can be classified into intensive subsistence and primitive subsistence. Okay, so it is further classified into two types: intensive subsistence agriculture. First one is here what? Intensive subsistence agriculture. The intensive subsistence agriculture, the farmer cultivates a small plot of land using simple tools and more labor, climate with large number of days with the sunshine and fertile soils. So permit growing of more than one crop annually on the same plot. Rice is the main crop here. Other crops include wheat, maize, pulses and oilseeds are grown here. Okay. Intensive subsistence agriculture is prevalent in the thickly populated areas of the monsoon regions of South, Southeast and East Asia. Okay. So this is the intensive subsistence agriculture. So next one, see here in this map, intensive subsistence agriculture. So prevalent, so I told here some monsoon regions they are growing, some populated areas, South, Southeast and East Asia. Next one is there here, primitive subsistence agriculture. So it is it is two type of primitive substances: shifting cultivation and nomadic herding. So one by one I am explaining about this topic. Shifting cultivation. Shifting cultivation is a line, it is a practice in the thickly forested areas of Amazon basin, tropical Africa, parts of Southeast Asia and Northeast Asia. These all parts covering that shifting cultivation. Okay. And see here, these are the areas, some heavy rainfall here and quick regeneration of vegetation. A plot of land is cleared by felling the trees and burning them. The ashes are then mixed with the soil Okay, and crops like maize, yam, potatoes, and cassava are grown here. After the soil loses its fertility, the land is abandoned and the cultivator moves to a new plot. Shifting cultivation is also known as slash and burn agriculture. Shifting cultivation is also known as slash and burn agriculture. So next one, see here students, nomadic herding. Nomadic herding is practiced in the semi-arid and arid regions of Sahara, Central Asia, and some parts of India like Rajasthan and Jammu and Kashmir. In this type of farming, herdsmen move from place to place with their animals for fodder and water along defined the routes that. So this type of movement arises in response to climatic constraints and terrain. Sheep, camel, yak and goats are most commonly reared here. So they provide milk, meat, wool, hides and other products to the herders and their families. So it is about nomadic herding. So we know that in this is the map of herding. Herding is a common semi-arid. It is practiced from Sahara, okay, Central Asia. In India, see here, it is Rajasthan and Jammu and Kashmir. So next one is there here, commercial farming. So in commercial farming, crops are grown and animals are reared for sale in market. The area cultivated and the amount of capital used is large. Okay, so most of the work is done by machines. Commercial farming includes commercial grain farming, mixed farming, and plantation agriculture here. Some farmings are there here: commercial farming, commercial grain farming, mixed farming, plantation agriculture. See here. Crops are grown for commercial purpose, example wheat and maize. So most popular in North America, Europe and Asia. Okay, and see here the commercial grain that is grown in commercial purpose. So wheat and maize here are the common commercially grown grains. Major areas where commercial grains farming is practiced are temperate grasslands of North America, Europe and Asia. See here. So let us see here, mixed farming. So in the mixed farming, the land is used for growing food and fodder crops and rearing livestock. So this is popular in Europe, East USA, Argentina, Southeast, Australia, New Zealand and South Africa. So next one, see here. Here are some major plantation in the world. Rubber in Malaysia, tea in India, coffee in Brazil. Actually plantations are the type of commercial farming. So where single crop of tea, coffee, sugarcane, cashew, rubber, banana or cotton are grown here, large amount of labor and capital are required. The produce may be processed on the farm itself or in nearby factories. The development of a transport network is thus essential for the such farming here. Some major formation plantations in the world, see here: rubber in Malaysia, tea in India, coffee in Brazil, that, and also tea in India, Sri Lanka also is there here. Okay, are some examples of plantation. See, it is the single crop produced, right? It is the plantation is the commercial farming. So the produce may be processed on the farm or in the any nearby factory. So till now we have come to know about various forms of farming. Now we will talk about major crops. Major crops are there here. Means first one, see here, rice. Rice is the major food crop of the world. It is the staple diet of the tropical and subtropical regions. Rice needs high temperature, high humidity and rainfall. It grows best in alluvial clay soil, so which can retain water. China leads in the production of rice, followed by India, Japan, Sri Lanka, and Egypt. In favorable climatic conditions, as in West Bengal and Bangladesh, 2 or 3 crops are grown in a year. Okay, see wheat. So next one is what is there here? Wheat. It requires moderate temperature and rainfall during growing season and bright sunshine during the harvest here. And well-drained loamy soil is best for wheat. Mostly grown in USA, Canada, Argentina, Russia, Ukraine, Australia and India. So next one is millets. So there are also known as coarse grains and can be grown on less fertile and sandy soils. It is hardy crops and needs low rainfall and high moderate temperature. Okay, and it advocates rainfall. Jowar, bajra and ragi are grown in India. Nigeria, China and Niger are other countries also grown in jowar, bajra and ragi. So next you see here maize. Maize requires moderate temperature, rainfall and lots of sunshine. Well drained fertile soils is required here. It is grown in the North America, Brazil, China, Russia, Canada, India and Mexico. So next one is the here crop cotton. Cotton requires high temperature, light rainfall, bright sunshine. Black or alluvial soil is good for its growth. So mostly grown in the China, India, USA, Pakistan, Brazil and Egypt. So these are the countries growing. It is the leading producer of cotton. So it is the one of the main raw materials for the cotton textile industry. So next one is jute. Jute was also known as the golden fiber. It is also known as the golden fiber. It grows well on alluvial soil and requires high temperature, heavy rainfall and humid climate. This crop is grown in the tropical areas. India and Bangladesh are the leading producers of jute. Coffee. Coffee requires warm and wet climate and well-drained loamy soil. Hill slopes are more suitable for growth of this crop. Brazil is the leading producer, followed by Colombia and India. Tea. Tea is a beverage crop grown on plantations. So this requires cool climate and well distributed high rainfall throughout the year. For the growth of its tender leaves, it is a production of meet the demand of growing population. See here. And next one, agriculture development here. Some we are seeing here. Agriculture development refers to efforts made to increase farm production in order to meet the growing demand of increasing population. So this can be achieved in many ways, such as increasing the cropped area, the number of crops grown, improving irrigation facilities, use of fertilizers and high yielding varieties of seeds. Mechanization of agriculture is also another aspect of agriculture development. Okay, and see here, agriculture has developed here some methods that is there here. So this is different in different parts of the world here. Okay, so developing countries with the large populations usually practice intensive agriculture where crop are grown or small holdings mostly for subsistence. Larger holdings are more suitable for commercial agriculture, as in USA, Canada and Australia, with the help of two case studies of farms. So one of the India and the other farm of the USA. Let us see here. So it is methods of agriculture development. So it is the increasing crop areas, good irrigation facilities, use of fertilizers and high quality seeds. Okay. And see here, methods of agriculture development. Cooperative societies provide high quality seeds, storage facility of government by government. Cooperative societies advise on animal rearing and fodder for animals. See here, agriculture is also officers gives advice on farming practices. So easy loans are also provided to the farmers. Ensuring means means food security. Here ensuring food security is the ultimate aim of agriculture development. It exists when all people at all time have access to sufficient, safe and nutritious food to meet their dietary to needs the healthy life. Okay students, I hope today's class agriculture you understood. So you make the points correctly and you read it daily, that all points, and also you send it my WhatsApp number, that points. Okay, so next session I am continuing next class. Thank you.